Hello, everybody. Just waiting for Moose here for a second. He was just here, but obviously he's having some technical issues, so let's give him a moment. So, anyways, Mecca TV, how was your day? Looks like we have an aquatic moose.
Cheers.
Yay! How's it going?
Good. I've got one Perugier left in here to fish out, and he's a big boy, and he keeps coming up and flexing his gonopodium. And he's fast. He knows what's going on. So once I get him out, this tank will be chilling for a while.
Yep. That'll be good.
It was the perfect holding tank.
Yes.
But not trying to keep these two species together, of course.
Hi, Adele.
Adele! Dude, Adele, my tank leaked all the way out for who knows how long before I found out. But not too long. That's the key. One Perugia. Yeah, he's not trying to come out right now.
I finally got my fish room set up about 40 minutes
You did
ago.
it? Let's go.
Yep, it's done.
That's awesome. Can't wait to check that out live with everybody else. Live and direct.
You.
On your Saturday night.
I did a little short. I did a little short to show it off a little bit, but yeah, I actually have a lot more room now. It feels more comfortable in here.
Sweet. You'll probably be able to share that tonight with us, right? Will that work?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know if my camera will let me show off the little under steps room, but it'll let me show off the main gist of it.
Yep, I got a couple dead spots where I can't get any signal. Anyway. What kind of changes did you make?
I had one tank. Luna used to be directly to my left and just straight, and I only had like a foot and a half of walking space in between my desk and her tank to get out. And now I put her tank straight along with the 75 bow front that's behind me. And then I moved my corner bow front to the end of that cabinet with Luna on it, and turned one of my 40 talls to be a wall, and then took my firemouth cichlids and switched them from their 30-gallon long to a 55.
Ooh, nice.
With the weather and everything, I haven't had the ability to go pick up my bathtub thing, so.
Right, exactly. Sounds like you got a lot done either way, huh?
Oh yeah, I moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 tanks in the last 4 days.
Dang. Yeah, I gotta still scoop this sand out before I even try it. I tried to pick this thing up with all the sand in it. I held it for a second.
Oh no.
Luckily I got it back. Yeah, I know, dude. Luckily I got it back down on the stand without busting it on the corners.
Welcome, Coro.
Hello. Hello.
No, the fry seemed to be a lot happier, and something that I didn't know they did because I've never seen the fry from Firemouths, but they actually school, which I wasn't expecting. I figured they just pick their own little spots and do their own thing, but
Huh.
no, they're schooling a big school of 50 fry, if not more.
That's awesome. They look, yeah, I could, it's cool. I could see them doing that. My buddy had a bunch of those, and he gave me, like, I don't know. I asked him for, I was like, I could take like six, and he gave me a bunch extra. And they were definitely schooling, but they were in this tank here, and it was tight real soon. So,
My
but they got
son,
that look.
he's
Yeah.
yeah. My son does not like Firemouths anymore because the male beats up on the female, and I said that's a mating thing, and he said, "Well, that's mean," and I don't like him. I'll have to. I'm gonna flush him down the toilet, and I was like, "I don't think so." It's like, yeah, no,
Yeah, that's
we
fair.
don't do
That's why I didn't want to keep them. They
that.
were bullies.
Yeah. I have to admit, he is a big bully towards her, but I mean, they have an awesome lay when they do.
Here's the Perugier
Wait,
coming up right up front. That right there, next to the net, is the one. Oh man, this is a horrible angle. I didn't even notice. Boom.
hey Jeff, welcome.
Jeff, you're here
Hey
just in
George,
time.
welcome.
George, we're gonna be trying to get this one Limia Perugier out of here amongst all the Tiger Limias. There's one in here that got transferred while my tank was out of water. Luckily, my
I
roommate
am
was around
sorry,
to save
guys,
him.
everybody, that I have not been around as much lately. I've been having a lot going on recently. Trying to straighten out my fish room, make it more comfortable, more workable, and getting stuff ready for the shop. I don't think y'all understand, or maybe y'all will, that I've been on the phone and on the internet for the last like 2 weeks straight. It's been ridiculous.
Yikes. So, how's it going? Is it working?
For me,
Yeah.
yeah, everything's going great. It's a lot of money. I'll put it that way.
Totally. Totally.
I'll have to say I thought I was gonna quit smoking, but after this last 2 weeks, no, not anytime soon.
Yeah, it's a lot. A lot of hurdles on this here road of life.
Yep. But I'm not saying it's not fun. You know, I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't at least a little bit of fun. But I mean, it is work. It's definitely not going to be as much fun as I thought it was going to be in certain areas.
Ain't that the truth, man? Oh, man. It's a darn shame. Wow, man, everything's just like cruising. Everything's going great down here. I'm getting fries and that. And boom! Surprise! Life keeps you on your feet, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah. Now, like today, I set up my 20-gallon. It's been set up with the snails in it, and for some reason, I don't know what happened, but I had a 40-gallon hob or hang on backpack for it, and it just died. It will not move, will not function whatsoever. I took it all apart, checked the blade on the fan, nothing. It's just done. And then I noticed that the front of the pack was bubbled, so it looks like it actually burnt up from the inside.
Whoa. Yeah.
So
I've
I
heard
had
of
to put a
people.
new. Go ahead.
I've never really messed with the canister filters, but I think I've heard of people putting their ink birds inside of those and then I guess that's more with heaters. But if
No,
anyone has done
this
that.
is a hob. This wasn't a canister. This was just a hob. Hang on my shoulder.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but the actual motor itself burned up from inside, and you can see where it's charred if you pull out when you pull out the piece. So I don't know how it happened or what happened, but yeah. So I replaced that today with a new hob, and this one's a 60. So I don't think it's going to be getting up the goat anytime soon.
Yipes.
I don't know. Maybe one of them
dude.
snails got in there somehow and made it
And
lock up.
jammed. Yeah. It's possible. It's highly possible.
But they should be a lot happier. I've got the heater set at 74, and I just put a heater in today because I've had it in cold water. But they seem to be a lot happier with the heater going, and I put some little like ocean decorations in there. I didn't want to put any of my good decorations in it.
That's kind of
So it's
cool.
like I'm never taking these out.
Yeah, to me they look like ocean fish, the fire mouths. So that's a cool.
No.
I think that's a cool.
No, I'm talking about my snails.
Oh, the snails. Yeah, totally. Yeah, right. So you're not spreading it. I don't know. My snails live everywhere. They do get kept.
Well, I'm sure with all the work I did on the tanks this week that I've probably got snails in 4 tanks now.
Yeah. So did you set up any new tanks, or you're just rearranging?
Yeah. I'm very aware, Jeff, and I thank you very much for the warnings.
What's Jeff saying?
He said, Dusty, I think someone you had a few conversations with might have warned you about the less fun parts.
Yeah.
I'm definitely figuring them out on my own, and I'm glad you warned me about quite a few of them. Welcome, Daniel. I'm sorry I didn't see you come in.
Daniel,
and welcome,
hello.
Amisa. Amisa, we missed you.
Please come home. Oh man. There's one fish.
Kind of today.
Yeah? You got your stuff done, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Must be nice.
Okay, so this one fish. What about the one fish?
Oh. For me?
Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know yet, we've got a bunch of limia in here. Limia, potato, tomatoes. Anyway, we got 2 different types. One Perugier and a bunch of the tiger limias. So I'm trying to get that one Perugier out. My roommate just plopped it in this tank. He kind of threw all the fish that were flopping around in the sand after my tank leaked in this tank.
Yeah.
And we don't want them to cross. And so I've got all the other ones out of here except this one big male, and he's just swimming around flexing his gonopodium on everybody, like just challenging me. It looks like a stallion in here, and anytime I move anything, he just takes off. So I'll just probably forget about it for a minute. We can check this out though.
I did have 3 deaths in my tanks over the last week, and thinking back now, for some reason, all of my ruby green haps all at one time got bloat and passed. And I don't know what the difference is between them and all the other fish, because none of the other fish in the tank were showing any issues, any symptoms. I took them out, put them in their own tank, acclimated and everything, and tried to treat them, but they were unaccepting of it and passed within a day and a half.
Oh, man. So I got a bunch of plants left over. That'll be fun to mess with, especially in that 30 low boy. And then this will just be like half the height, and I'll be able to like mess around with plants. It'll be like a little pond or something kind of loud. Like a frag tank.
Ouch.
Yeah, and this is the worst part. So these holes, while this was flooded, this aquaponic thing filled up all the way and caught a lot of the water that was dripping down. And the fish all were trying to swim through here, the bettas, my culls that live in this tub. And a bunch of them, like 6 or so, got stuck in these things. And I was able to get most of them out, actually, wiggling them, but that was too tough. So we're almost cleaned up. I'll have to move this, take the sand out, obviously, before I move it.
You have quite a few electronics on the floor, it looks, too. You got lucky.
Oh, yeah. You ain't kidding. The one on that tank, at least, was up off the ground. And then I got lazy with the other one. Yep.
Yeah, we were moving tanks around, and my son, you know the older heaters from like the 70s and 80s that had the top posts that you screw onto the side of or to the top of the tank. Well, he took one of those and wasn't thinking, and we were moving one tank, and I said, "Come help me with this one," and he just dropped the heater inside the tank. And I didn't catch it at first, and I was walking back into my main office area. I'm like, holy crap. I unplugged it real quick, and I'm like, well, that one's going in the trash.
Oh, jeez.
So, yeah, that could have been a failure.
Yep, a heater failure could be... my whole thing could have been worse. A heater failure, like if it gets stuck on, and that's something people definitely, like Stephen P's talking about, put that temp controller, like the Inkbird, on there. So if it gets above a certain level, at least it'll turn off.
The worst thing that happened while doing my fish room, other than the heater, to redoing the whole thing, my daughter accidentally stepped backwards and ran her heel into my 10-gallon, and I just had it full of water but nothing else. I took water out of one tank, put it in the 10-gallon to, I was transferring water into different tanks and stuff. But when she stepped back with her heel just caught the edge of the tank and it cracked. And then carrying it out to the trash today, it shattered completely.
Dang. Yep.
So, but I mean, a 10-gallon is a 10-gallon. $5.
Yep. I was happy to not have any broken glass to deal with, so that was nice.
Hey, Geek.
Geek boy. Trying to separate my limias. Got one left. See, like the Perugier have flooded our market. This one lady got them from Greg Sage and made a bunch, and she's giving them away now. And I think there's a handful. With the bluefins, I think. The bluefin g'days. But
welcome, Animal Instincts. How are you doing?
Hey, happy birthday.
Are you working tonight, Animal, or are you able to come up? I don't know, Moose, if you've ever met Animal Instincts, but he is an awesome guy. Anybody who isn't, I'd say subscribe to him, because he's an awesome dude.
Cool. I haven't officially been introduced, but I've seen him around. I remember his birthday was recently. It was a fun time. Oh, man.
Give me a second, I'll put up.
Another blessing in disguise is my baseboard heat has really just been like drying up all the water on the floor.
Blessing in disguise, huh?
Yup. There's a good bit of it. But now I got all this sand to play with. It's good sand too. And let's see how many cribs.
my convict cichlids decided to take care of the plant that you liked last week.
Oh yeah, the fake. Oh, that was yeah. Dang.
So it's no longer with us. I have bits and pieces of it throughout the tanks now.
Hopefully you can propagate it out that way and get it back going.
I don't know what got into them, or maybe it was the red shoulder severum. I don't know exactly who tore it to pieces, but it definitely became a play toy.
Yipes. Yeah, so the Corys have been having a ball in here, actually. So that's pretty cool. I'm stoked for them. Every catfish species did totally fine. The autos, the Corys, and the plecos. No problem. So that was cool.
Good.
And they're looking great in front of these. What's that?
I like the one that just zipped through.
Longer, the coolie loach?
Like 2 or 3 inches. Yeah, your coolie.
Yeah. Dude, they are so active in here. About 10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And all different sizes. When I got my peak buffer, I got 2 tiny coolie loaches. And one of them made it through the first couple days and one didn't. And the one that did, I've raised up to like, I don't even know, 4 or 5 times what the size it was. Still a little shrimp compared to some of these guys. And I got my rams. They're doing good.
Welcome, man.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, first doing? Time finally on a live together. Pretty good.
Right. How you doing, Dusty?
Taking it easy, relaxing now, finally.
Yeah, same here, man. I've been busy, man. Trying to get it together.
I understand it.
Now work.
Never stops, does it?
Never stops. What's new?
Setting up fish room. Just got it finally done about 45 minutes before the stream. Other than that, paying bills, living life.
Yeah, all the grown up stuff.
Yep.
I'm 95% done with my fish room too.
Yeah, what are you doing with your fish room?
Huh?
What are you doing with your fish room?
At the moment I'm building. I just set up some 20 gallons and some 29 gallons. So hopefully I have those running in a couple of days.
Nice.
Any new fish you got recently?
How many?
No, any. Did you get any new fish recently?
Oh yeah, I got a couple of new fish, man. I got some electric blood corals. I got 5 eels. I got 2 of those. Some Florida flagfish.
Cool.
Like
Nice.
6 of those. I got like 6 or 7 rope fish.
Nice.
What else?
I like the rope fish.
I finally got me some green terrors, man, of a nice size, and I love them.
I have to get some new green terrors. I do miss having those.
Right, I got the green terror gold some, and I have a true green terror with the white.
Yep. Something that's also really nice is the red terrors, but it's hard to find a true red terror.
A true red terror. You're right. I had a red Texas, but it passed on me.
Not good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a nice fish. I had to give me a lot of plants. I need plants.
There
And
it
how
is.
are your axolotls doing? You still breeding?
Oh, they doing fine, man. I had a problem and all the babies died on me, so that was a tragedy.
Yeah.
It's cool though. I think I'm gonna separate the female and the male for right now.
So what temperature are you keeping them at?
The temperature normally stays at 68, but if the temp drops just a little bit, that induce them to have eggs, man. And we had a couple of mornings where the temperature dropped, and that's where the eggs came in at. So it went from like 68 down to probably 60. But they normally stay at 68 though.
See, I don't know a lot about axolotls. I've been reading up on some of the stuff about them, but they're neat.
Yeah.
They're neat and neat. And what would they be called? Not a fish and not a lizard. Sort of a in between, I guess.
They're amphibian.
Amphibian.
Right. So at the moment I have 10.
And you still got your Oscars and stuff?
My Oscars, yeah, I still got them. Yep, the same two. I'm looking for two more, but I can't find the albinos.
Yeah, they're elusive, aren't they? No, go on eBay. You can get some albinos, and they're actually pretty cheap to order.
Well, I see.
If you
I
want,
go, I do eBay a lot, man, but the shipping costs be what killed me.
yeah, you got to be careful on the shipping costs. A lot of places, if you order 3 or more, they give shipping for free. You just have to
Right,
private message the shipper.
right.
It's like,
Have
yeah,
you
I'm gonna
tried?
have to.
Have you tried to
Go ahead.
call me,
Yeah, like 5 or 6 times in the last month.
man? So
I know you've been busy though, so it's all good. Not a big deal.
right, but that wouldn't be a reason for me not to answer, though. You feel me?
It's all good.
Aquatic Goose,
What up, man?
how you
How you
doing,
doing?
man?
Doing all right. Still
What you
dealing
got?
with the what's that?
I was finna say what you got going on over there.
Yeah, so this tank had coolie loaches and tiger limias and some of my betta. I guess they were like culls that started having some cool colors and traits. So it's like my in between tank where I just let them hang out. I'm like, do I want to keep you? what's up with you? Um, and when my big tank split today and leaked out all its water, this was the tank I had my roommate put everything into. So
What what
everything's
si- what
what's
size
that?
was it? What size was it?
40. It was the 40-gallon.
Okay, that's the
Yeah.
one. That's the one that split.
Uh-huh. Here, I can show you real quick. Yep. It did it. One of these bottom seams gave out. So right here, it's good, right? There's nothing. Down here, uh-oh. So that's what's going on. This is like outwards. And somewhere in here on the bottom, I don't know what part, gave out. A lot of the water got caught up in this bin. And then, it went wherever else it wanted. I got
Right.
this power strip up like taped up on the side panel, so that kind of helped there. But yeah, nothing, no drama. You know, I lost a couple random fish, but most of them were saved, especially the ones that were really hard to get and the ones I've had for a while. So that's a little saving grace.
So how many tanks in all do you have?
Somewhere between 15 and 20 tanks. I got, if you're counting bowls, because like that was a distinction we made. Like without that, somewhere around like 10 to 15. It's a lot of small tanks doing different projects, growing plants.
Okay.
Yeah. And I got in some really nice colorful bettas with the colors that I liked. They were like Galaxy Koi placottes. And the female had like the marble gene to where they're kind of iridescent. So I crossed them and got some really cool fish. They're all in this tank, which is off right now. The
Question:
Galaxy Koi.
Are the betas easy to breed?
Pretty easy. The first pair I had could not get it, and the male was just a jerk. So I ended up getting a second male with different colors. And I put the female in with him in like a cup, floating, so they could see each other and get used to each other. And she literally jumped out of the cup, and they went into the corner of the tank and spawned like that instantly. So that was cool. Raising up the fry is a little tricky because they're so tiny. But I had actually the tank it was in used to be just a male betta and two of those little African dwarf frogs. So I had a bunch of old like Indian almond leaves down at the bottom that they would crawl around in. So there's a ton of infusoria just in the tank naturally. So that I didn't have to culture any, and they went to the San Francisco brine shrimp pretty quick. Those ones are just a little smaller than the typical ones.
I had a male crown tail beta and 3 African dwarf frogs. Man, that beta was vicious toward them frogs, man. They were coming up dead. They was coming up dead every other day.
Dang. So, yeah,
right.
Every single fish has a different personality. Like this guy, I've had him forever. He's amazing. He has no patience for anything else. Like he'll eat all of the shrimp and anything he can. But the male that was with them he couldn't care less. He wouldn't even look at them. He just wanted to eat. I'd be dropping so many bloodworms in at the time. He would be just like chilling at the top. So it worked.
So that male was that male a delta?
That one I actually crossed with the same female later, but the original mix they were both placottes.
Okay.
Yep. And it turned, yeah, I got some really cool ones, man. Here, we could probably take a look at them. I grew up around like koi ponds, and I really wanted to make my own version of that with, the koi bettas. And they're super cool, the things like looking at them from above. Balancing act here. There we go.
Man, I like your plants, man.
Yeah, I gotta trim this thing bad.
What is it?
It's this right here is the temple plant, and it's just this huge, massive. Oh my goodness! It's just zigging and zagging like down in the water, like all over the place. So it's just taken over, and then I forget what this is called. Someone probably knows. This is like some house plant trimming a friend gave me. Got an avocado tree down there somewhere. Pothos. Yeah, she needs a trim. But the fish are doing great.
So that's like a sorority paludarium?
Yeah, I guess you could. I call it more like community because these guys are mixed, male and female, and they're all still growing out together. The ones that I've put into their own containers, it's really hard to get them back into this kind of situation again. But if you keep them in it, they can go for a little while.
Before total carnage.
So the males and the females, they grew up together.
Yep, exactly.
How long they been together?
Um, Shoot, since like that's a great question. I think I got them spawning in like September. So, they were born a week later. So yeah, September till now.
Okay.
Their whole lives, yeah. I actually did try and reintroduce one that had been separated in its own bowl, and it just did not know how to handle itself, and it was like just being jerked to all the other ones, and they just ate them. So lesson learned there. I never go from one back into a big group unless it's like slowly, and not. It's like you want the sweet spot. If you have too many, it's overwhelming. But if you don't have enough, then they'll kind of gang up on each other, start fussing. It's been fun. I'm definitely looking forward to getting rid of some more betas and just kind of simplifying. But they're so cool, man. I don't know which ones I really want to get rid of. These guys are sweet.
Kind of loach. What kind of loach is that?
That's a coolie.
Oh, coolie. Okay. Oh, I see now.
Yeah, now that he's sideways. A ton of those. All my auto sync lists totally survived, no problem. They're doing great, just hanging out.
Yeah, I just recently got some gold zebra loaches.
Cool.
They pretty nice, but I started off with like 15. Now I got like 6.
Huh.
Right. So they
Any
probably,
loaches yet. I need to.
huh?
I haven't gotten any loaches yet, but I do need to.
Loaches are sweet.
I plan on getting some hill stream loaches.
Oh yeah.
I know a breeder, so I'll probably end up getting a couple of those just to see how that work out.
They're cool.
I know I put on my list some black ghost knives.
They are super cool fish.
You wanna grow them out, or you gonna get them already a nice size?
They're gonna be about 4 inches when I get them, so still smaller. Or at least that's what the chart says, is 4 inches.
How those fry doing, Dusty?
Oh, I got so much fry now. I don't. Which ones?
I got 2 sets myself. I got a set off of a pink convict cichlid and a regular convict cichlid, and then I got fry off of a regular convict cichlid and a polar blue.
Yeah, I
So
have right now. I have fry from my polar blue and my convict. I have 3 different sets of convicts and 1 tank that have their own fry. Then I have my 125 that has fry from another set of convicts, and then I've got electric yellow labs that have fry. I have my firemouth fry, my angel fry right now, and then I've got it all over the place. Man, cat body.
Hey, when those when the 5 mouths grow out, I think I might need some of those. I pay the shipping cost.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, because I've got over
Yeah,
100 of them.
that's like one of my top 5 favorite fish. I think they underrated for real.
Mine are a lot lighter than you would usually. Usually you've got that really dark gray to them. Mine almost
Right.
have a silver. Mine are like a silver and orange rather than gray or dark gray.
So I lost my first 5 mouth and I ended up buying 3 more. So I have two that's that dark gray color and one that's like the silverish color you talking about. They small right now. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't understand what I'm saying, right? Because I know that
Yeah,
Alabama
I
can
understand.
come out, huh?
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
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 me too.
I know that Alabama can come out. Sometimes people say, constantly ask me what I'm saying. What you,
How is Alabama? How is
what you,
Alabama these
huh?
days? How is the weather in Alabama these days?
Man, bipolar.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. One day it could be 80, 85. Next day it could be 35. One
Hmm.
day, 1 minute it could be sunshine. The next minute it could be raining. Cats and dogs.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You
Alabama
see all the
weather,
fry
man.
animal?
Huh?
You see all the fry?
Oh yeah, I see him.
And then there's Dad.
Oh yeah, he nice.
More fry.
You counted them?
I keep on losing count somewhere in the 60s, so I just say more than 50.
Okay. I had my electric blue Akara. I had two that paired off, and the female laid eggs, but I don't think they were fertile. So I looked one day and they all was molded over or whatever you call it,
Yeah.
fungus or whatnot. So I think they just weren't fertile or the male didn't fertilize them or whatnot. But I don't know what
It
happened there.
happens.
It would have been nice to have some electric blue car Friday.
Yeah, they're sweet.
Yeah, that's another top 5 favorite for me. So 5 mouth and electric blue car is two of the top 5 in my book.
Yeah, if I could get any
Yeah,
fish, I'd
I
need a
do love
bigger
them.
tank. I want one of those elephant nose fish.
The elephant nose fish.
Yeah, I want to get it in like a. I just would want a really big tank for it to be able to kind of go crazy instead of being cooped up.
But those elephant nose, they only get about what, about 6 inches, 8 inches.
Probably something in between there. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, my biggest tank was a 40 gallon, right? So like, I rent, so who knows if I have to move or something. I don't want to have something too big to deal with. So I was kind of cap off at that.
You looked on any websites?
For the fish, I've seen it at the stores. I'm like, I don't know. I keep a lot of small fish, so I don't want them to get eaten, and I also like keeping the scale of my aquascapes to like
Oh,
small fish for, you know what I mean.
But
Um,
those
yeah,
elephant, they got a small mouth, huh?
I think so. I don't know. I've never actually kept one. I just watched videos on them.
Yeah, cause I never seen an elephant nose mouth expand. Like I always noticed and thought that their mouth was too small to even eat a tetra.
Probably, man. I had a ghost knife. He was like 5 or 6 inches, and he just ripped one of my white clouds to shreds. I was like, oh
Oh,
man.
okay.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll probably get one. Sorry, I'll probably get one of these days. At this, yeah, I'm trying to downsize a little bit right now, or conglomerate my small tanks into big tanks.
Right.
Just have the small tanks for like fry and stuff.
I was looking also, but I ended up getting those two two fire eels, and then I got three zingu pikes.
Cool.
Yeah, they nice, but they only about 3 to 4 inches. So
Mm.
I
The
have
fire
little
shock eels
time,
or the fire
huh?
eels.
Yeah, the fire eels. One of them is like 4, maybe 5 inches, and the other one is like 5, maybe 6 inches.
Yeah, that's nice. You got
Yeah,
some
so
time for them.
I have a little time before they get big on me.
Yep. So I've got one of those zigzag eels or a spiny eel. I think they might even be the same thing, but he's about 5 inches as well. He's pretty cool.
Right. They got a lot of personality.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, he'll be like sitting on the
I'm sure
pre-filter
I'm sure your
sponge.
tank will clear up pretty quick, Carl.
What happened with Koro? Is he talking about the Beetlescape?
No, he said, I think I'm going to turn my main tank into a reverse flow UG instead of standard. Have the sump return go into the undergravel tube instead of the power head. But I know when I do that it's going to be messy for an hour or so till all the water is passed through the sump a time or two. But yeah, it's going to be messy for a little bit.
Hmm. Come on. If I could just catch this thing, then I can move on with my whole life. Ah, he's so fast. So close.
You say you're trying to catch a roach?
No, so this is where I keep all my tiger limias. And one of the fish that got plopped in here when my tank leaked was a different type of limia. And there's just one in here. So I gotta get him out before, they cross or anything, or just get him back with his tribe.
Get some mixed breeding going on.
How y'all feel about pea puffers?
I love him. I got one.
I,
Yeah.
I like buffer.
I wonder if Geek Boy's still in here.
Yeah, I got
I don't
those
know.
one of the new fish that I got, Dusty. Some I got 6 pea puffers also.
Oh, cool. What kind of tank you got him in?
Right now they're in a 10, but I think I'm gonna spread them out and just put them in a 20 tall.
Oh, yeah. What? Yeah, I would want to put him in a 20 long might be nice and then you could fill it with like rocks. I don't know. I guess they do go up and down too. My pea puffer sleeps on the floor.
Welcome
Like
back,
he'll
Nick.
go. Yeah.
Well, they do sleep on the floor too, but most fish I seen like once the lights go out and I cut them back on later on or something, they mostly be on the bottom. So I guess that's all fish or maybe I don't know.
Yeah, right, right. Or the bettas will like lay on a leaf or something like that. Yeah. Makes sense. The autos are funny. The auto sinkless, their bellies get so big, they're like laying on a leaf, and they're not touching it, just like the tip of their belly.
Yeah, as I
I
see,
I ended up
as I see,
putting.
go ahead.
Go ahead. I ended up putting all my mono shrimp in with my African cichlids, and I figured they'd do good for a little bit, but that ended up to be just a big feast for my African cichlids.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they went to town.
Oh yeah.
I know they
Got
thank
him.
you.
Oh, thank goodness. Done. Sorry.
I wish I was around my tanks right now. I'm just sitting in the security truck.
Chilling.
Yeah, got my hat on.
Whew. Well, that's that. I don't even know what to do with myself now. No. It's time to get the sand out of that giant tank. Yep.
So, what kind of substrate y'all like to use? I like sand.
I'm a sand person.
Huh?
I
Sand and
definitely like the
rocks.
sand. I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about doing gravel then sand though. Sand cap and some gravel.
Yeah, that could be fun. I'll probably do. I have done that actually many times. I'm trying to do. My last one though, I did the opposite. It's kind of funny. It's like sand with it's dirt and then sand and then gravel on top. It seemed to work pretty well.
So you put sand on the bottom, then you put dirt, and then you capped it off with rocks.
No, I actually did dirt on the bottom and then sand and then rocks
Okay,
on top.
okay,
Um,
okay.
yeah, and the rocks, I didn't have that much sand. I probably would have done it differently if I could at the time, but um, the rocks kind of hold down all those chunks of like dirt and debris that are coming
Right.
up if they do get through the sand. They're still under the rocks. I guess it would work in the opposite order too. I don't know.
You ever had an instance of where you had a big gas bubble come up?
Yep. And then it just like pops and then everything's fine so far.
So none of your dirt ever came through?
It has before actually, and if I notice a lot, I'll try and do a water change, but it hasn't actually nothing. I don't want to jinx myself now, but it hasn't been an issue as much as I thought it would be. Yeah, so I had gravel at the bottom here, and then sand on top, and this sand is like deep. Yeah.
Hey, you get you a Libman's dustpan, that'll work wonders with that substrate.
What was that?
Get you a Libman's dustpan.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
doing it with that cup or whatever it is, it'll take forever.
Yeah, I got a flimsy dustpan I can use at least when I get some of the most of this out.
See, I
That'd be
bought one
nice.
from I bought a little blue one from the dollar store. I thought it was gonna hold up, man. I used it the first day, it broke on me. So I went and got me a Littleman's, a little thicker one, and it worked wonders.
Nice. That's a good tip. Oh man, it's funny. Like with me and Coro and Jeff, I think, or some people, we were talking about substrates. Like I got this cool tank to set up, but I didn't know what substrate to go with. Well, now I think the decision's made for me. It's a good mix.
Dusty, did I tell you I finally got me a big boy tank?
I think you said 125. I think you said was the last one you told me about.
I ended up getting a 180.
Oh, not bad.
Right. Nice too. It was a nice price too.
Very nice. Come with equipment or just a tank and stand or just
It was
tank?
just the tank and stand.
Still not bad. That's a nice tank.
That's all I really wanted for real. I'm gonna have to make my own lids.
Yep. What are you gonna do for the filter?
Right now I'm gonna use 3 different types of filtration. I'm gonna get me a big sponge filter. I got a canister filter, and then I'm gonna use a Aqua Clear 110. So the Aqua Clear 110 is rated for up to 110 gallons, and then the sump, I mean not the sump, but the canister filter is rated for 70 gallons, and the sponge filter is rated for like 80 gallons. So I have like maybe 200 and some gallons worth of filtration.
Yeah, it sounds like you have more than enough to take a little stress off you too.
Right. So right now, it's not set up. There's no water in it. It's just put aside for right now until I move it to the middle of my fish room. So once I move it, I go ahead and put water in it and put the filtration on. So the start, I just had the canister filter going and the Aqua Clear 110 until I get the sponge filter. Or I could use 55-gallon sponge filters.
Totally.
I really like sponge filters, man.
Yeah, Dusty, are you using sponge filters over there?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Nice.
The reason I like sponge filters because it cut down on a lot of cords, like having to plug up a lot of hang on backs.
Yeah,
So
that's a good.
I use sponge filters. So I got 2 air pumps, and I have all my sponge filters hooked to those air pumps. So that cut a lot of my extension cords and everything.
That makes a big difference.
Right. And they last a long time.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of substrate, actually.
And that's your 40?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had that deep substrate going on.
Oh, yeah.
How many bags of sand you use? 2?
That's just one, but I also had like a full bag of gravel mixed in there.
Okay.
So, yeah, 2 bags. Whew. Now, I can chill for a second.
I got a guppy tank. A 55-gallon guppy tank is planted but my plant's dying for some reason. I don't know why, and I'm trying to figure out why. But yeah, my Anubias is dying. My Amazon sword is dying. But I don't know why. It just started after I moved the tank. Like I drained the tank down and I moved the tank and up against the wall. And ever since I moved the tank, the plant's been dying. And I don't understand. Like I don't know if
That's not,
huh?
I said that's not good.
Right. I just hope they don't completely die off and don't come back.
Yeah.
How long you plan on staying on, Dusty?
I don't know at this point. It usually just goes until it ends, I guess.
Okay. Did you get all your tanks in place?
Not yet. I've been waiting for the snow to go away. In my fish room, yes, but my garage, no. I'm waiting on this. We had blizzards all last week and part of the weekend, so I mean it's been terrible.
So when does winter officially end in Dakota?
We
In
had spring,
huh?
South Dakota.
Yeah, South
Well,
Dakota. I sent
we had spring break like 3 weeks ago, so in a blizzard.
yeah. That's that don't sound like a
So
good
I don't know.
spring break.
No, it's been kind of terrible, and yeah, snow in April. I still got 4 feet of snow on the ground out in front of my house.
Man. So does it still be cold in May?
Uh, Usually no. Usually by like April 10th, we are getting into 80s and 85, 90. But it
Hey
looking like
man,
it's going to be May or June before
was that breakfast pizza?
it's a what do you call it? The Reese's egg.
A Reese's egg? No,
Yep.
I seen aquatic moose, man. What's your real name? Is he still there?
Moose. He goes by Moose.
Okay. You know what I like? Those Cadbury cream eggs.
Oh, those are good too. Yeah.
Right? Every year I can't wait to Easter just so I can get some Cadbury cream eggs. And now I done fell in love with the caramel eggs.
I do like the caramel ones too. I'm not really much for sweets, but I have blood sugar issues, so I end up having to eat sweets anyways.
Yeah. I don't really do sweets. I like sweets, but I have to be, how can I say it? I don't know how I say it, but it's like like I just have to have a hankering for it. Like I just can't go pick up something sweet and eat it.
Yeah, yeah. That's where I run into issues, is because I hate sweets. Really, I've never been the one to eat candy, but I have to now. So
Right.
watch my weight just climb, I guess. Welcome, Bill. Thank you for joining us.
Dusty, is
Yeah,
that the
so I
tank with?
guess I can give y'all a rundown on my fish. Hmm?
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I wanted to hear what you were saying.
Oh, I was finna ask, was that the tank with the fry behind you?
Yes, I've got a ton
Okay.
of fry in that tank. Actually, most of them are hiding behind. Most are hiding behind the rocks right now. But here, I'll give y'all a run around on the fish room here real quick if I can get all my stuff untangled here. Sorry about that. All right, so all different stages of fry in this tank. You got little babies up in there, the little tiny fries, and then back there in those the cave system over there, I've got baby fry, and then back behind this rock system, I have baby fry again from convicts, and then all the fry that were fry, not so much fry anymore. And then Luna is somewhere in here. Yep, there she is. And
How
then I
big is
have
oh,
my I haven't measured her lately. I'm guessing she's at least 8 inches.
oh, okay, okay.
I've been growing her slow, just taking my time with growing her, so I don't want any issues with her with health or otherwise. So I've just been growing her slow. She's what started the whole channel though. But I got her at like a half an inch to an inch long.
Okay.
And then I've got my shrimp tank up against the wall underneath that picture. And then my 125. And then my red devil tank is way behind back there. Can't really
Is
see
that
it
a
right
cube
now.
coming
And
down there?
then, no, it's not a cube. Down here?
Ah, right down on the stand.
Uh, Over there? No, it's
Oh,
just 20-gallon tall.
no, the other side. Right there.
No, that's 55. You just can't see it very well. It's up by the other tank.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
And then I've got my little tiny 10-gallon up there with some bait minnows in it. And then I've got a little tiny betta tank beside it. And then I have my okay, this one at the bottom is like a 60 some odd gallon bow front. I've got to measure it again, but if I got my measurements right, it's like 64 gallons, and I was told it was a 55, so they were off. But that's going to have my bleeding heart tetras in it. I'm going to be moving them out of their tank into just the corner. And then this tank's going to be my silver tip tetras, and then again my fire mouths. So yeah, and then I have a 75 here. I'll stand up and show you. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but my 75 back there right
Oh,
now
that's
has
nice.
my cherry barbs in it. Yeah, I got that thing's a beautiful tank. I love it. I wish I could have displayed it as well, but I don't have a way to make it work with the fish room except to be on the other side there.
It's by
So
itself.
it's got a tank across from it. A 10-gallon is across from it right now for fry.
I got some pictures of my fish room. I'm gonna have to send you, let you check it out.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be
I
awesome.
got some I got some videos. I really didn't record building the fish room, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to start doing like little tours or whatnot, a tank at a time. I just can't show it all at one time.
Understood. Yeah, I don't know, Nefertiti. If big rocks are easier than gravel, with big rocks you won't collect as much of the sediment that as you'd want to collect, and with the gravel you'll collect more sediment as long as you make it like 2 to 3 inches deep. You want to go deeper gravel, and then you could put larger rocks on top of the gravel, or you could do rocks and then cap it with like an inch or two of sand, and then you're giving yourself an excellent breeding ground for bacteria and everything. Good bacteria, not bad. You're really setting yourself up. But if you're just starting out, you've never done a tank before, I would suggest starting out with some kind of tetra neons. God, what are they called? Neon, silver tips, cardinal tetras, somewhere in that wavelength of things. Bleeding hearts are really good to start with. And then, I wouldn't go with a 10-gallon. Yeah. I wouldn't be going with a 10-gallon to start with. I'd start with a 20 at least, less maintenance, easier to work with. I'd start with gravel. I'd start with an easy dechlorinator, something that's just simple to use, and work your way up if you're not used to doing a tank yet, because there's going to be learning moments and you're going to have cloudiness. You're going to have all the things that we all have to deal with. And if it's your first time, it's going to be, it'll worry you. So, I mean, it's something you really have to have patience and time for. I'm not saying you can't do a tank, and I hope you do. I hope you're really wanting to do one, but you need to understand that it's going to take time. It's not anything that can happen overnight. Would you agree with me, Animal?
Yes. And make sure you use a little vinegar and water to clean out the inside of the tank.
Before you set it up.
Yeah, kill any bacteria that might be in the tank before you set it up. No chemicals.
Yeah, I try not to use chemicals unless I have to. I always use a dechlorinator, but that's with starting a tank. Afterwards, I like to stay away from everything and just do my tank naturally. Natural is better.
Right.
You use dechlorinator when you do a 50% water change. You can use dechlorinator for a 25% water change. But generally, I mean, I don't know. Everybody's different. As I always say, there's 500 ways to do a tank, and no one person does it the same.
I had an instance where one of my cousins, she had a fish tank for a long time, but she ended up letting her son clean the tank, and he cleaned out everything out of the tank, and he used bleach to clean the inside of
Oh
the tank,
no!
man. Killed all the beneficial
Well,
bacteria.
a lot of people use bleach, but they don't clean it out properly, so they end up killing their whole tank.
Right. Killed the whole tank fish she had for a minute too.
Moose, you coming back, bud? Thank you, Jeff, for putting Moose's thing up.
Yo, just shoving some pizza in my mouth.
I see you had an egg. I see you had an egg on your pizza. Was that a breakfast pizza?
Yeah, like my friend brought in some of the oyster mushrooms that we grew to the pizza shop, and they made like this breakfast pizza with it on there.
Yeah, it looked good for the little glimpse that I seen.
Yeah, it was good. I probably didn't need to eat it right then. I could have had it tomorrow, but
So hey, so what kind of sauce on it? Is it white gravy or red pizza sauce?
I think it might have been like this white garlic sauce. I gotta
Oh,
find out. I didn't. The egg was kind of overpowering, honestly. It was a pretty big egg on there.
like I made
So,
a breakfast pizza one time, man, and I used the white gravy that you use for biscuits and gravy.
mhm.
Yeah, the white
That sounds
gravy
good.
um I had used cheddar cheese and mozzarella, and I used bacon, I used sausage, scrambled eggs, and I think that was about it. A couple of onions, and it was banging, man.
Yeah,
Like
it sounds good.
Sounds good.
like if you remember, tell them to make one with white gravy sauce instead of the garlic sauce. I bet you like it.
Oh yeah, I definitely would try that. Yeah, and some sauce. There's probably some sausage on there, but not enough.
I'm not saying you can't use bleach, Bill. I'm just saying a lot of people don't know how to properly use it, and they've not been taught to use it, to where a lot of accidents happen. If that makes sense. I'm not saying that it's necessarily bad to use bleach. It's just bad to use bleach if you don't know how to use it properly.
I think even if I knew how to use bleach, I wouldn't use it though. But that's just me.
It's really great for like cleaning up a mess in your garage or something. I don't know, depending on what you're cleaning up. For us, it's
I
nice to clean
personally
up
don't
our
use bleach.
yeah.
So
Yeah, not anywhere ever. Not even in your laundry or anything.
Huh?
Dusty, you don't use bleach in your house, or you don't use bleach in your tanks.
I'm allergic to bleach.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that was
So yes, if I do use bleach, like a cleaning supply, yes, I'll use bleach to like clean stuff, but I have to wear those big yellow gloves that go all the way up past your elbows, and it's just not something I like to use. And plus, my sinuses are messed up for like a week after using it, so that's one big
dude.
reason I stay
Yeah.
away from it.
Yeah,
But
man. My wife, she used a lot of bleach, man. I have to leave the house.
Yeah. Yeah, we used it when we started our farm up. It was an old weed tent, so we had to like bleach it, the whole inside and clean it out from scratch. And I was in there without a mask. I just had my t-shirt up over my nose, like breathing it in, and it just like scorched out the whole inside of my throat and stuff. No good.
Probably burnt your
yeah,
eyes
peroxide
up.
does work too.
What's that? Oh, and that's when I learned. I was talking to my grandma. She's like, "Don't like sniff it in, like then you're just pulling it down further into your throat." Too late, but that makes sense.
Yes, the big yellow gloves, Bill. The huge yellow ones that go up past your elbow.
Like hazmat gloves.
Right, like
Right.
I have to tell my wife like to stop pouring bleach in the toilet and just let it sit in the toilet, because if somebody come behind that, and urinates in the toilet, that is adding ammonia to bleach, and that's like the worst thing you can do, add ammonia to bleach.
That's good to know.
Oh wow.
Don't pee in your bleach. It's toxic, right?
Yeah, it's toxic for real. That's ammonia and bleach. That's the worst combination. That's it. That it'll explode.
Oh, cool. Jeff saying he uses vinegar to neutralize the bleach on the store's plastic plants. So I guess the vinegar neutralizes bleach. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
I definitely, when I cleaned that 30 Lowboy, I used vinegar and alcohol exclusively. So I'll still have to rinse it out a lot more, I think. But
Man, I can't find the
It's
low
just a
boy
different
nowhere.
way to blow up your toilet.
what's that, Dusty?
I said everybody blows up a toilet. It's just a different way of blowing up the toilet.
Jeez. Yeah, so the Lowboy, yeah, I saw a great deal on it, and I was like, I gotta get it. And the guy had it drilled from the bottom. Actually, we didn't check it out. It's up on my top bunk. But the guy had it drilled from the bottom, and I just glued a piece of, or silicone a piece of glass over the hole.
You got it. You got it off Marketplace.
Yep. So, yeah.
I can't find a low boy nowhere. Every time I see a low boy on Marketplace, it's out of state, and I have to get it shipped or something. So I just leave it alone.
Yeah, it turned out to be a decent. I mean, I got a lot of other cool things from that trade, but yeah, the whole inside like was all filled with all sand and cat litter and cat pee, and then all the seals were messed up, so I had to seal it and then reseal it. And then reseal it again. The second reseal though, I started and just ran out after like one bead, so it wasn't like a big thing to take that out.
And you said the biggest tank you have is a 40.
Yeah, and now that thing's out of commission. But that low boy, it'll fit on the same stand at least, so give me something to use.
So you live in a house?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got like the basement for my fish room.
Okay.
Yeah, but 20 longs are pretty fun. Probably just have fun with those for now. Yeah.
So
It's a
you
lot
like
of water and stuff. Yeah,
I'm
and I
always
rent, so yeah.
so
I'm
you
always
like the
looking for
20
something
longs.
bigger.
Yeah,
Some other
Dusty, but
smaller
you
things
didn't.
at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. I think for the size fish I have, a 20 long is nice. That 30 low boy would be cool. But I don't know. Maybe start trading my fish in towards other fish. We'll see. Start working on some new things.
Yeah,
So
I'm
this
gonna
a
start cleaning. I'm gonna
this a
start cleaning my
question for
tanks with Jack Daniels.
with who? Jack Daniels. You say
Jeff said alcohol, as in rubbing alcohol. I said no, Jeff. I'm gonna start cleaning my tanks with Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I didn't think
yeah.
about it evaporating off. It makes sense. I would have thought there's some residue, but I'll probably still wipe it out. It got so gross sitting there empty with just water in it for a couple of weeks in the garage. Just give her a wipe down with some water. Sucks. I don't. If I got it myself a python, then maybe I could actually like, I don't know, get a hose or something that would help at least.
So what's the best way to get rid of calcium buildup without using a razor blade?
Vinegar and a razor blade.
So so having to use a razor blade is inevitable.
Mm, I used a plastic scraper blade, but with enough, you can get concentrated vinegar, and that might be able to get through it with something like that. You could try and scrub it. Yeah, I don't. That's tricky. But those plastic scrapers, it just looks like a plastic razor blade. Pretty much the same exact deal.
Right.
Little handle for it.
Jeff, I know I need a new mic. Actually, I think I need a new computer because the port is bad. So I know I get some scratchiness and all that. I'm looking for a new computer as we speak.
Jeff, he's just trolling you. He's got a point, but I can actually. You haven't like cut out to where I couldn't hear you this time, so that's pretty nice.
Dusty.
Yeah.
If you were just starting the hobby, what size tank would you start with?
20.
A 20?
20 gallon. Nothing bigger, nothing smaller. Just 20.
Yep, same.
Same.
Agreed.
I don't know. My favorite size is a 40. So I think I start with a 40.
Starting out, though, you got to think just starting out, never done it before. You don't want to spend too much money, and those 40s are expensive, whereas a 20 still expensive, but not as expensive. Plus, you're buying new equipment that you've never used before. You're going to be buying fish that you've never had before. As a start out, I don't know. It just sounds simpler as a 20. But most people start out with a 10, and they're giving themselves a lot of issues with a 10 because there's a lot more upkeep.
Right, and then your water changes too. Just a little easier getting started,
Yep.
filling the tank up, decorating it.
Jeff says 40, 40, 40, 40.
Jeff, man, yeah, I'm burnt on the 40 right now.
I mean, like a 40, like if I was just starting the hobby, a 40 would be the perfect tank to me because it looks big. It's not big, but it looks big. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't want to start with nothing.
I mean, yeah. Well, and then you got a lot of choices in between because you got 20 long, 20 tall. You got like with the 40s, you have a 40 breeder, the 40 long, 40 tall. Again, there's like 4 different sizes you can get for each size. To each their own for how they want to start. I mean, honestly, but me personally, I'd start with a 20 if I was just starting. But then again, my very first tank when I was 7 years old was a 20.
Yeah, and I feel like when you're first starting out, like you might want to move your tank or something, and you might not know how to go about it, or I feel like it kind of limits the amount of damage you can do. It gives you a little more leeway on making mistakes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Of course, the water quality thing is a thing.
I can understand starting with a 40 though. Like, I don't know. Back when I started, the bigger tanks, 20s were where it was at. Mostly everybody had 20s back when I was younger. So the big tanks, like a 40, was a huge tank back in the day.
If that's what it felt like for me, going from my 20s to that 40 is like, wow, I got so much, especially with that big footprint. I was like, I got so much room to fill up here.
And see, here recently, I've been thinking that my 125 is kind of small. I want to move it up to something bigger. But as I said, I'm always willing to get a bigger tank. But I don't know.
That tub would be nice once you get that.
Yeah, it will be.
so it's probably plenty for now. There's one of my rams. That's my big boy. I haven't spotted the female yet. Hopefully she's in here hiding.
Welcome to the end. Thank you for stopping. What is this happening?
Not me. Never been.
Yeah.
What would be your favorite oddball fish? Or oddball fish that you wouldn't mind having right now?
I'm gonna stick with that elephant nose
Eyeball
fish, but oddball. Like something quirky, different.
Oddball. Probably the buffalo head cichlid.
Buffalo head.
Yep.
I don't think I ever seen a buffalo head.
I'm really liking the way they look. They're pretty cool looking.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, the ghost fish is cool. I just saw like this glass ghost knife at our fish store, and it stayed smaller and it was pretty see-through, but it swam the same way as the black ghost knife.
I don't know. It depends. Like my 40 has to have its own size top. Like it only takes a 40-gallon top. With a 55, you can put 220-gallon tops on. I don't know.
So I had a 50-gallon tank all along, according to Jeff.
Yeah, tire track eels are nice. I gotta get an ale.
Dude, yeah, they're really fun. I've really enjoyed my eel. He's growing not that. It's hard to tell how fast he's growing, but he's not big. Yeah, I love my peat buffer.
I always forget the name of it.
So is a 30 low boy still?
Eel, but no, that's all right. The eel that you find in the ocean, there's a freshwater version of it.
The moray.
It's like the freshwater moray eel, and that thing gets huge, and I want one of those.
Hey, Dusty.
They're cool. I was asking somebody about them, and they're saying like no one's had them long enough to know how long they do how well at like true fresh water.
I had to get rid of mine because they only stay in fresh water for so long. After a while, they have to go in brackish water.
Oh, okay.
And
I was told they can live in fresh water their whole life.
Huh?
I was told they could live in fresh water their whole life.
No, that's what they say, man. But eventually, you'll have to move them to brackish water.
Interesting. Good to know.
Cause most of the most of the time they catch them. They catch them in a freshwater area, but you know they in and out freshwater, saltwater. So yeah,
Cora, oh wait, we're talking about puffers or are we talking about the eel still?
the freshwater
The
moray
eels.
eels, the
Yep.
so-called freshwater. Cause
Right.
I had Indian mud Indian mud moray eel, and it didn't go as planned, and then I ended up getting the tiger. If the tiger moray eel is supposed to be a real true freshwater moray eel, but eventually it'll have to go in brackish water too.
Hmm. Yeah, they were telling me at my fish store that it didn't need to, and then I asked someone else, and they're like, "We don't really know either way." I'm like, "Huh." You get a better angle on that camera.
Oh, I hear you, Coral. So it's illegal to own them there, huh?
Well,
Oregon.
is it in Oregon?
See, I was thinking it'd be neat to have an electric eel.
They
I
are
think
cool.
it'd be shocking.
Nice.
I just recently found out it's illegal to own piranhas in Alabama.
Dusty's got a fun story about piranhas.
Yeah, be careful with your fingers.
But you had one nibble on your finger.
I did a water change, and I did like an 80% water change for his tank because I hadn't cleaned it in quite a while. And I had him in his bucket. I dumped 90% of the water out of the bucket, and I tried to catch him with my net to put him back in his tank, and he chewed a hole through that thing quicker than crab. So I dumped out a little bit more water, and I didn't want him splashing on the side of the tank or anything because he was pretty big. And so I thought there was enough water out of the bucket where he couldn't turn around because he was half out of water with how much water was left in it. And so I put my hand in there, and my wife said something to me. I turned my head, and about that time, I realized I was missing half the tip of my finger.
Whoops.
Yeah,
Hold on, you said you missing half of your finger.
half the tip of my index finger. Yep.
Man,
Well, think about where the knuckle starts at to the tip of your fingernail, and then imagine
right.
half of that being gone.
Man, did you feel it?
Yeah, I felt it.
Man, like you know how
And
some happen.
every time I walked by that tank afterwards, he looked at me like he wanted more.
Yeah, he just got a taste for that dusty meat.
Man, how you just
Yeah.
took that? Excuse my language, but you just took it right out of my mouth, man. I couldn't say the same thing, man. You got a taste of that dusty meat.
Welcome, Red. Thank you for stopping.
Yo. No.
Hey, Dusty, did you cry?
Yeah, No, I did not cry. I can promise you that. But I was definitely freaking out a little bit, wrapping my hand in fucking, excuse my French, in paper towels and trying to. I'll put it this way: I rushed myself to the hospital, and
What?
long ordeal, and it took months to heal, and yeah, it was terrible.
I just couldn't imagine,
Now it
man.
just looks like my finger healed up, but like where he bit my finger off at is, or not the whole thing, but where he took the part of my finger off at is like a whitish instead of peach now. Like, I don't know, it's a different color skin now than it used to be, and kind of different.
We got Nano and Red in the house. What?
Oh, I'm sorry, Koro. Koro says there's
Yeah.
a darn, there's a 65 gallon for $20 near me, and my budget is already maxed out. I hear you. I hear you.
Well, good for you for having a budget, Coro.
Hold on, that's 320 for a 75 gallon.
Whew, that's a lot. Around here, if you can find them online, usually it's like 50 to $75 for a 75 gallon, so pretty much $1 a gallon or less. But
What
that's
kind of
used, not new.
75 gallon $320 though?
Better be some nice glass.
Uh-huh.
That
Lead
big got
free.
stained glass.
No doubt, Coro.
That's a 75 gallon with stained glass background and auto
That would be
water
sweet.
tank.
Yeah.
Best not to put yourself in the rears, Koro. The way I look at it is, if I don't have the money, it ain't right for me at that time, and another one will always come along.
At a Petco sale.
Yeah, I got the stand for the 40 gallon at the thrift store for cheap. And then I was like, might as well get the 40 gallon. And it was like $54 or something. I don't know. Good deal, but bad tank. And I just wanted it. It was like the only one they had. So I was like, yeah, I'll take it. And then when I got home, I actually started looking at the panes. You know, last time I'll make that mistake.
So the tank wasn't no good.
Yeah, like the front pane of glass is like slightly outwards, almost like a little doggy door, like a dog door is open just a little bit, and somewhere on that seam, it just gave the water just started dripping out, drained it all.
Well, I mean, if you got a place that you can get used furniture at, or you ever go around to yard sales and stuff, you can find a big buffet, Coro, and a 65 will fit on a big buffet. I mean, that's what I got Luna's tank on right now, is a huge buffet cabinet.
I thought about building me a 29 stand for 229s using a pallet and some plywood on top and like some cinder blocks or something. So you think that'll work?
Yeah, it should. I mean, pallets are made with a little bit flimsier wood, so I'd reinforce it. But other than that, yeah, you should be fine.
Yeah.
I might try it. See, I got a 29 that's drilled for a canister filter. I need to find me a small canister filter to hook up to it and go ahead and set it up.
I'm waiting till the weather clears up to go pick up my other 75-gallon stand and then my 60 or whatever gallon corner tank stand. So right now I've got the 60 sitting on the floor. Made sure everything was nice and smooth on the carpet before laying it down. And then I have my 75 bow front that doesn't have its stand right now. I have it on a old antique dresser. I love solid wood furniture from back in the day. It's so sturdy.
Definitely agree.
Shoot, they sell the bookshelf 12s and like 14s, I think it is, around here for like $100 online all the time. I just don't see the use in a 12-gallon tank personally for me, But I'm kind of different from everybody else.
So would the 12 be long or just a little taller than a 10?
Really long.
Is it any shorter?
It's shorter and it's long. It's kind of an awkward size, really. Now I have to say I love 33-gallon longs. You can find 30-gallon longs pretty easy, but if y'all have seen a 33 long, it's just different. I love it.
It's the same footprint as a 55, huh? It's just shorter.
Yep.
Oh yeah, someone was
It's
talking
a really
about.
Nice tank. I love it.
Yeah, I think it was like Luke Wang or something was talking about taking the 55 and cutting it in half. Pretty cool idea.
Interesting.
He's gonna make a 25.
Yep.
A 25 long.
Shoot. When I gave away my red belly piranha after it took my finger, my wife said I had to get rid of it. She wouldn't let me keep it, or else I had to get out of the hobby altogether. So I gave away my 25 Oceanic tank and the red belly piranha, plus the stand and everything to run it. And I guess about 3 weeks ago, I got a call from the guy who took it from me, and he said it passed away. And I was like, "So what'd you do with the tank?" He's like, "I sold it." It's like, thanks. 22 long last year for 120. Not bad. Yeah, I don't know. When I go to the yard sales around here, like people haven't used the tank in like 10 or 12 years and it's just been sitting in the garage. I usually walk away from a yard sale that has tanks or equipment for usually like 20 to 50 bucks. Here and there, I'll spend 100 depending on what they have. But last year, I threw out a whole mess of equipment, just tons of equipment on the side of the road. And that was absolutely free, and I couldn't do it. But he, getting out of the hobby, he sold all the tanks during the yard sale, I guess, and I didn't know about the yard sale. But I was driving by his house, I guess, day after the yard sale, and everything was sitting by the curb waiting for trash pickup. Just boxes upon boxes upon boxes of equipment. Heaters, under gravel filters, rock, all kinds of stuff.
It's like I got one or two more.
My bow front corner tank, when I picked it up, they told me it was a 55. But the math I've done, and I could be wrong, but it's like a 64-gallon tank, with if my math was right. But Who knows? I'll treat it as if it's a 65.
Dusty, if you could be any animal, what would you be?
If I could be any animal. Ooh, that's a good one. Let me think.
Yeah. What about everybody else? What animal would you want to be?
That's a hard one.
It is. It honestly is. Because that's like spirit animal, you know?
Mm-hmm. I think it would be cool to
Probably
be one of those
chipmunk.
birds. A chipmunk? Huh.
Yep. Might be a chipmunk.
Why?
I guess if you... Yeah, why?
Because they're cute, cuddly, and I don't know, they're just, you never really see them, so that means they don't get messed with too much. They're just, you know, they just live their life in peace and harmony.
You can't fly, but you can, like, climb up to the top of a really big tree. It's pretty similar.
Yep.
You have to watch out for them hawks, man.
Yeah. And the cars.
Right.
You know what's got to be the
Maybe I find
craziest
that.
animal, man?
What?
Just sitting here thinking, and we talking about chipmunks, right? The craziest animal to me have to be a squirrel. For the simple fact, a squirrel would make it all the way across the street and come back.
Yeah, it's like you're already there.
You already made it across the street, but you come back and damn near die. You get what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. When I lived in Iowa, they had black squirrels, and those are some of the most interesting squirrels I've ever seen. Was black squirrels. I like Koro's idea on it. Dude, the ladies love chipmunks. Misa says chipmunks always have the snacks. Yo. Night, Koro. Take it easy. Sleep well.
See you, Koro.
Bill says they fly pretty good.
I gotta be here till 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh wow, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Not really. Hard trying to stay up.
With your security company, do they have a vehicle for you, or do you drive your personal vehicle?
Most of the time, I drive my personal vehicle.
I know
Like
back in the day when I worked security, but they always had a truck for me to drive.
Well, the post that I'm at now, I drive their truck.
Yo,
So I do my patrols in their personal security truck. So most of the time when
I
I'm
was
at
like,
my post, huh?
see, if they ever made me use my vehicle, they had a gas percentage that they'd pay at whatever I use during the night, you know. But 90% of the time I'd use the company vehicle and I didn't have to worry about gas, and then I had the company card. I could just fill it up if I needed.
So most of the posts I ever worked on, I use my personal vehicle.
They pay for fuel and all that.
Like I was saying, they could at least give us a security magnet to put on side of the car, or a light to blink on top of the car when we in our personal vehicle. That way people would know that we're security.
Bill says, so you have a refrigerator in there in your vehicle, laugh out loud, and a coffee pot.
I wish. I wish I had a microwave right now. I got a whole steak sitting right next to me.
Darn.
I have to say it's been a good night tonight. My 40 tall finally cleared up. I just set it back up today and been watching it this whole show so far, waiting for it to actually go clear. And it finally did.
Nice. And how's the lava rock one doing?
Oh, that lava rock tank is gorgeous. I love that tank. That's why I was saying I didn't like Luna's my star. She's my whole fish room. You know, she's what started everything. But I really had thoughts about putting that tank beside the convict tank, just because I wanted to be able to show off that lava rock tank. But I couldn't put Luna in the back when nobody could see her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's like the mascot.
Yep.
Ooh, I would love to grill a steak up right now.
Yeah, man, it's grilled too, man. And I can't even eat it because it's cold.
I like Bill's idea. He said, or wrap it up in tinfoil and throw it on the motor.
Mmm. There you go.
Hey, my dad said when he was in the military that they actually did that quite a bit with their Humvees and stuff. They just throw food on the motor, get it really warm. Or like I heard that some of the soldiers were cooking stuff on like exhaust pipes and stuff like that.
Yeah, they've got this manifold you can attach onto your snowmobile exhaust and cook hot dogs on there.
Oh wow.
It's called the brat.
Jeff said I would roll cold over the nuker.
Yes. Those bacon beans.
Yep. No, I definitely don't feel claustrophobic anymore in my fish room. That's nice.
Yeah, that's gotta make a big difference.
I just can't wait to get the stand for that corner bow front because I hate the way it looks on the floor. I've been trying to make plans to go up for my next 4-hour trip and pick up more stuff. But with the weather, shoot, you couldn't see 2 inches in front of your face the other day. We thought the one blizzard that I told you about was bad, and then we had one worse than that the next day. Like, holy crap.
Just not stopping.
You know, everybody jokes about cooking an egg on the sidewalk. When I lived in Florida, we actually did that. We threw an egg on the sidewalk to actually see if it would cook. In like 40 seconds, it was done. Not that we ate it afterwards or anything, but kind of fun just to watch.
So what animal are you gonna? Oh wait, you're gonna be a chipmunk. I think I would be like one of those birds that can dive underwater and grab fish, but also fly. That would be cool.
Oh, we lost animal. Thank you,
Red
Animal,
Laser,
for joining us tonight. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was good hanging out. Red Laser, what animal would you be? Amisa, what would you be? Jeff? It would be a cat or a dog? Yeah, I don't know. I think they're both pretty cool. Cats can go through such small holes. Jump off really high things. Hey, what up, mate? Lovey-dovey hovey. Lovey-dovey hovey.
Welcome, Nathan. Good seeing you guys.
Nathan, if you could be any animal, what would you be?
I can't think of the name of what I was trying to say originally. So chipmunk a chipmunk fits me though. But I was trying to think of that thing that even bears are afraid of.
Oh, the honey badger? Or the wolverine?
Yeah, honey badger. No, it's a badger. The honey badger. Yep. But then again, I don't know. They're not the prettiest of creatures. I'll put it that way. I want to be pretty if I'm an animal.
You're already a pretty animal, Dusty.
I feel pretty. Also pretty.
I would be a powder blue dwarf gourami.
I got 8 of them things.
They don't have the longest lifespans anymore, I don't think.
They're not the smartest of creature, I will say.
And they got that like.
I'm trying to catch my convicts. I was trying to catch my convicts, and my gourami kept on swimming into the net. Like, no, like I don't want you. Just get it back out.
Ain't that how it goes? Yeah, the one you don't want is just like, no, I'm coming.
Yo. Welcome, Mexicali. You want me to put up the link? You want to join us?
What's up, Mexicali? Looks like I still have one more Perugier in here. Then I gotta get out.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You'll catch him.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sooner or later. Hopefully
Understood,
sooner.
Mr. Kelly, no problem.
Yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, Nathan. Nathan said he'd be an Mbuna for sure.
Oh, interesting. I guess if I was gonna be a fish, then I'd be one of those elephant nose fish. That's the Mormarid. That's gonna be my overarching theme for the night. Seems really cool.
I have no clue. No clue what type of fish I'd be. There's too many to pick from. I'd probably be a shark. I don't know. That would be my saltwater choice. If I was a freshwater fish, though, what do people keep well that they don't kill all too often? Because I want to have a long life as a fish.
What about in the wild, though? You know,
In the wild, yeah, okay. In the wild, I'd probably be like a, I don't know, a northern pike or something. I just wouldn't be stupid enough to bite a hook. Yes, I am, Jeff. Yes, I am. Definitely watch out for the hobbyists. I don't want to be caught.
A dachshund. Is that how you say that? Dachshund.
Dachshund, yeah.
Oh, they can hunt down badgers. Misa's coming for you, Dusty. Nathan, just for the colors on the Mbunas, they're an African cichlid, right?
I was watching Facts on YouTube like a week ago, and there was this video, and it said, "Are you aware that elephants kill more people than sharks?" And somebody made the comment like, "I wasn't aware that elephants killed any sharks." But like,
that's awesome.
It's like interesting fact, you know. I never would have figured.
But it's always more. That's funny. Yeah, a dolphin would be a cool animal to be. You could swim, but you could like live a longer life and have like a complex social structure.
Yeah, I'll have to stay away from Amisa if she wants to be a dolphin, because dolphins like to kill sharks.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if they do it for sport or if they're just. Well, I guess the orcas do. Well, they're eating them. But you'll see on like documentaries where the orcas will take down great whites and only eat their liver and just leave the whole shark floating there.
Yeah. Or they'll play like racquetball with seals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A muskie. How about a tiger muskie?
All right, Nathan says.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the dolphins are more just doing it for protection. But I bet you there's all kinds of dolphins out there. Like, if I think the betta fish all have different personalities, imagine dolphins, individual to
Sounds
individual.
good, Nick.
Dachshund translates to badger hound. Interesting. I didn't even know.
I was unaware of that. They're going to be nibbling at your toes, Nathan.
Nice. Yeah, that would be funny. They definitely would be doing that. Yeah, that's one of the most cool colored cichlids to me is the Mbuna. Hey, there's my Pleco, my green dragon Pleco. Good to see her still alive. Right, I could definitely see dolphins just
I
going
don't know. That's
fuck wild.
I have not seen my marble Plico since I put it in the 55. Probably never
Just
see it again.
staying. I'm sure it'll come out eventually. Maybe it'll rescape, and then all of a sudden it'll be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna be out all the time now.
So far, since I got it, and I've had it for quite a while now, it's at least 6 months, I've seen it maybe 4 times.
Fun. Look, you can see the Perugier right there in the middle of the screen. It doesn't have the stripes as much. Little jerk.
Nathan, I'll wear an algae swimsuit.
Like a swimsuit covered in algae, or like camo, or like a buffet for the cichlids.
I put all my jungle val in the 55 with the fire mouths, and I have to say that jungle val is starting to grow already.
Nice, and they're not out competing it, munching on it too much.
No, they haven't even touched it. So I've got,
Very nice.
let's see, 1, 2, 9 different jungle val plants growing throughout the tank, and they're all getting really nice leaves on, or whatever, the shoots on them now. One's actually starting to get really tall even. It's looking really good.
That's awesome. Yeah, this is the only tank I might have val in one other tank. It grew well in this, not as well in the other one. But it's a beautiful plant. Great way to fill up some space.
Well, I didn't know that, I'm just getting into plants, so I didn't know that jungle val had like little runners that it gives, but it has like, each one of them has like little red runners, 1 or 2 of them in each plant, that are starting to go into the rocks in different areas. So that's nice to see. Maybe it'll spread throughout the tank. I'd love that. Not have to buy any more of it, just propagate it. If that's the right word, yeah, I think it is. I don't know, my convict tank kind of looks empty now that plant's all gone. I need a new plant to put in its spot. Did we lose you, Moose?
Oh, whoops. Yeah, how are those fried doing?
Which
The
fry?
mom has been able to keep them all herded up.
Oh yeah. Every night, like right about the time I come to sit down in the fish room, is when she starts putting them away for bed. It must just have something to do with me. But yeah, she put them away tonight, and him and her are both sitting in their rock and protecting them.
That's awesome. Yeah, because there's a ton of
I've
other
got,
fish in there.
oh yeah, a ton. Yeah. And then I've got another set in the little cave system over to the back of that area. And then I've got another group of them that's got fry behind the rocks. So I got 3 different sets of fry right now. It's nice.
That is nice. Yeah, Nathan saying he's gonna getting rid of all the cichlids. That's how I feel with the bettas. I won't get rid of all of them, but yeah, that's a lot. But what do? You just donate them to something.
Bittersweet to say this, but I may be getting rid of all of the cichlids. No, Nathan. What are you getting? Holy crap, Bill, that's an expensive line and rod. Oh, that's nice, Bill. 10 runners off 1 plant. Yeah, why are you getting rid of the cichlids? Let's see what he says. If I keep any, I'm going to start keeping alike cichlids together over a mixed tank. I currently have cichlids from all over together. I really want to do a fully scathed setup now. Oh, Nathan lost all his jungle bell. I'm sorry, Nathan.
I guess that happened probably with the tank crushing.
Yeah, whatever cichlids y'all don't want, just send them to me. I'll take them.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into keeping killies just yet.
Yeah, me either yet. I do want some though. I like they're like a clown killie.
Yeah, they're cute. It'd be cool to do mud minnows. They're almost like killifish.
The only thing I really don't like about the killies is they have a very, very short life expectancy.
Mm-hmm.
I like to
The
keep
annuals.
something for years. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool to just have like years and years and years, just like your little community, and they're just rocking.
Yep. But supposedly they breed enough to where they keep up. But you fall in love with one, and then 7 months later it's gone. You're sitting here going, well, darn it. I don't know,
Yeah,
just kind of mess with me.
totally. Feels like a fun process to try your hand at though, with some of those eggs, getting them into like peat moss or whatever. And then I think you even like dry it out.
I have not kept black arowanas, and I have not bred them. And that is one of my biggest dreams, is to keep 2 black arowanas, a male and a female, and breed them. And I know that's a normal thing
Gobies
for
are.
most people to want to eat, but I don't know. I've always had the
Yeah,
dream since I was a kid.
that's a good one. Gobies are sweet. We have one goby, and he's a hoot to watch. Let's see. I don't know, Dusty. What kind of fish have you not kept yet but want to?
I just answered it.
Oh my gosh, I'm feeding it. Doing
I
too
have
many
raised an
things.
arowana in the past. It
Oh,
was
that
a
was the
silver arowana.
clownfish.
Yeah, I raised a silver arowana. And at the time that I did it, as I have to say, I was not prepared for size, and I wasn't concerned with size and stuff like that. And now that I know better, I know that I would need a large tank to house two of them. So I'm not willing to get them until I have an appropriate tank, even if I started with small ones, which I would do. I want to raise them from babies all the way up to breeding maturity, but I'm not willing to do it until I have an appropriate tank to do so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd love to have an elephant nose fish. They're just so cool. Like they seem so smart. Um, Also a bigger puffer would be cool. Like one of those Amazon or no, I guess the Congo spotted puffers. They're the ones that get a little bigger. I don't know, whichever one
The
does
one
my
I
red
got,
eye.
the one I got was about 4.5 inches when I got it, and at that time I didn't realize that they got much bigger than that. And when I got rid of it, I was probably working with a foot.
Whoa.
Yeah. So yeah, and in the tank I had at the time, it was not appropriate. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, I feel like for a fish like that, I guess I would want it to be like a little bigger than fist sized would be like good size.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So let's just say, do not keep arowanas in a 40-gallon tank. I'll go as far as to say that.
Totally.
If the fish can't turn around in the tank that it's in, probably not a good fit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice to have a tank that gets along and things aren't beating up on each other, like just runs a
Yes,
lot
I have to
chiller.
agree. Yeah, Nathan. Get a hold of me. I believe you have my email address. If you don't, it is in my about info on my page or my channel, anyways. If not that way, I will get a hold of you. That's fine too if you want to put your email out. Or if you're in Discord, I think you're in Discord. Um, just message me on there and we'll deal with your cichlids. Let's find out how much it would cost to ship them.
Yeah, that would work well for you, Dusty. Perfect timing.
Yep. As long as they're of mature size, I know you had some fry or baby ones, and I can dig out a tank and set it up for those. But if you have some larger ones, they could probably just go straight into my African cichlid tank and not even be an issue. So I definitely have room right now because I think I'm sitting with 10 fish total, 10 cichlids or African cichlids in my 125. Because I've been spreading out and thinning out for single breeds. So
Makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, I've seen that, Jeff. I know shipping is crazy. Yeah, you were showing me prices the other day that were just holy crap. Yeah, I thought I gave you my number, Nathan. If you want, you can just call me and we'll talk. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know it's contagious.
Yep. Oh.
Well, it's been a nice night tonight, I have to say. The other day I was on June's 400 stream, and Mark was like, I like watching SaintsDust stream, and he's like, because his voice is so God, what did he say? My voice is so therapeutic and relaxing that sometimes it helps him to go to sleep. And I'm like, thanks, Mark.
I can relate.
Thanks a lot. That's not what I'm going for, people. No, it's kind of nice to hear that at the same time that I have a relaxing voice. So.
Yes, that's the sentence. You could hypnotize people.
So, are you getting rid of your convicts and fire mouths, Bill? Because that is something I would definitely be interested in. We might be able to work something out. I don't know. I think I'm just going to keep on doing my convicts. I don't care how many I get. I love them to death. They're awesome. I don't care if I have 10 tanks just with convicts in them. That's cool, Bill. Yeah, I definitely need to get some more plants, and as soon as I get up to my big trip, I'll be getting more, but it feels like my ability to do a drive right now is still snowed out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think one of the only reasons I would say I do not like not convicts, but cichlids in general, is because they tear up plants like crazy. I cannot keep plants planted.
Yeah, that's a
I've
tough
had a good
thing
run with
too.
them. Yeah.
They're pretty limiting overall in those ways.
All right. Sounds good, Nathan. Yeah, I'm definitely willing to pay shipping to get them here if that's what you need. I don't have a problem doing that. I'll have to find some cash here, but yeah, just find out how much they are to ship, and we'll see what we can do. As long as it isn't like $300 or $400, I don't think I'd mind spending 100 or so. I know you take really good care of your fish, so. See, I have issues buying fish from like things online, but when I'm talking to somebody in the fish fam and I can actually see their fish and I've seen how they raise their fish, that's completely different. The fish are worth more because you've actually gotten to see and you know how the people care about their fish and how they treat them. There's a lot of difference between just buying from somebody you don't know and buying from somebody you do. Also, a little bit of respect there too. Yeah, slow shipping is a lot cheaper.
Definitely.
It's just about how much water and how much time can they actually take before they stop doing well.
Mm.
I don't know. When Nona sent me the snails, honestly, it was like 24 hours if you do the math from her doorstep to mine for receiving the snails.
That's like best case.
I forget. She lives in Iowa, though, which isn't that far away from me.
Mm.
I think it's like 8 or 9 hours from me.
Not bad in the grand scheme.
Yeah. But like I don't know, I've ordered fish from Florida in this summer and stuff before, and usually they make it to me pretty well. And usually it takes like 2 or 3 days tops, and it's slow shipping. Overnighting usually takes about the same time as slow shipping, so I don't see why paying for overnight.
Mm. Yeah, it's rare that overnighting is actually happening overnight.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable, Bill. Yeah, we'll have to definitely talk. Yeah, because you said you live pretty close to Sioux Falls, right? Like an hour or so. Oh wow, I've had overnight. Cali takes 4 days. The buckets come with the fish, right, Bill? No, I like every time I go to Sioux Falls, I pick up like 4 Home Depot 5-gallon buckets.
Always nice to have.
You know. Hey, I got a pink one one of the times that I went, and I was like, Home Depot has pink buckets. That's awesome. Yeah, I wanted a different color other than orange.
Yeah, it's nice to have them color coded. Like I got a blue
Yeah,
bucket for my clean water. See you, Red.
Take care, Red. You have a good night. I have a white bucket for like sick tanks, and it's got "Don't use with any other tank" wrote on it, just in case anybody else was to do my tanks, which I don't really allow. So, but yeah, that's for my sick stuff, or if I ever do have anything sick. And then I have the pink bucket, which I generally use just for Luna's tank. And then I've got like 6 or 8 of the orange ones that I use on the rest of the tanks.
Yeah, it definitely helps. keep track. I got 2 white buckets for the wastewater and 1 blue bucket for clean water. It's been working pretty good.
That'll be cool. All right, Bill. Yeah, just definitely get a hold of me after this, and we'll do some talking, or tomorrow if you want.
Is Bill the guy that wanted your canister filter and then didn't get it? Or is that someone else?
I'm not sure if he was or not. I honestly don't remember who wanted my canisters anymore. That was a month ago.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't need that backpack anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I haven't had the ability to ship or even get to the post office or do anything recently, so.
Oh, dude, it would do me no good now. I was going to use it on the 40 gallon, so we're nearly 50 gallons.
I'm so sorry. I feel bad for you. Oh, it was you, Bill. Okay. So Bill wanted the canisters. Oh, Animal's back. Wonder how long he's been back. I hadn't been looking down there. Welcome back, Animal. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the background.
Right. I just came back, man. My phone went dead.
It happens.
It might go dead again. This charger ain't compatible to my phone, so it charged slow.
You got an Apple? iPhone?
I'm an Android man.
Me too. I'm an Android guy.
I never had an Apple phone in my life.
Okay. Yeah, I had one for like playing music, but I never had one for like talking on it.
I never felt the need to have an iPhone.
Yeah. Bill, I'm planning on going up to Sioux Falls if I can within the next 2 weeks. Do you think you would be ready by that point? And then if you were the one that wanted the canisters, then maybe we could deal with, I would just bring the canisters for you. We make a trade or something. I don't know. Or if you want some cash, maybe we could work something out that way too. I don't know.
Did you get my pictures,
Honestly,
Dusty?
Not yet. I haven't had a chance to check any. I don't really pay attention to my phone when I'm on the stream, but I can real quick. Give me a second.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's looking nice, man.
Yeah, almost done.
I like your bow front. How big?
Huh?
What size is your bow front?
It's a 36.
Okay. And I got 2 pictures. The third one's loading. I'll check back on it a little bit when it's done loading. Jeff says Bill has some Plecos I have an interest in. I see what you're saying, Nathan. Lid, less stress. Can't see it. Only way I'd use the iCraft is if it was for free. We got what you meant, Nathan.
Is that plan still in effect?
We're seeing how things go. We're trying to work out how everything's going to work out. But yes, that's the general plan. Yes, Sam. Well, we tossed up a few other areas, that stuff. but it seems like that would be the best area for us to be. But it's going to be a little bit further out than what we thought. It's not going to be right away because I got to get at least up and running here and get a decent name for myself after 6 months online, if you know what I mean, so I can move and still have sales.
Okay.
So we're
And
looking at about at least a year, if not a year and a half out.
you said the beginning or the end?
Yep. Oh, nice, Jeff. Jeff's got some Rams coming. What kind of Rams? Are they black or? I'm not the only one wondering. Amisa wants to know too. Yeah, but yes, it's still in the plans, animal. No, thank you, Bill. If you want to see them die, I could take them, but I cannot. I do not know why. I cannot keep a darn goldfish alive.
That's an intermediate level fish.
I don't know why I can't keep a darn goldfish alive, but for the life of me, I can't. I can keep
I
rams.
feel like
I can keep discus.
I feel like goldfish are not supposed to be hard, but they've gotten kind of less. Yeah, they're not cold water fish anymore. You know,
Right.
all these varieties.
They're
tough.
They're finicky too. The goldfish are so finicky, or at least the ones I've had. I don't know. I need to stop playing carnival games, I guess.
Totally. Classic.
They dirty too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not worried about keeping a tank clean because, like, my Oscar's tank is so clean it's ridiculous. I'd honestly eat off the fuck. Excuse my French. I would honestly eat off the rocks out of that tank. I keep it that clean. But I don't know. I don't mind doing work to keep the tank clean. It's just goldfish are kind of. Yeah. I'm not good with them.
I have my problems out of knife fish. I can't keep a knife fish alive for nothing. I don't know why. It doesn't matter whether it's a clown knife, a black knife, or
Yeah, I like knife fish. The blacks are nice. God, what is it called? The not rainbow, not
I
clown.
like them.
The clown knife.
I like
The
them.
clown knife.
I just can't keep them alive.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I had koi's at one time. I had two huge koi's. I got given a 55-gallon tank if I would take the koi's off their hands. So I took them, and those koi's lived about a year. And then one day they were both belly up, and I did nothing. Tank was perfect. They were just belly up. Maybe they were just old. I don't know. Welcome back, Daniel. I see koi's kind of in the same area as goldfish. I mean, they are goldfish. So. I don't know. My favorite goldfish, if I had to pick one, would be a blackmore, and I wish I could keep them alive. But if I was to keep a goldfish, it'd be a blackmore.
That was one of my first goldfish.
True, yeah.
Those the ones with the bubble eyes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was one of my first goldfish.
I think they're very pretty, and I like them. It's just I don't know what it is. Something with me that I can't keep goldfish alive. I don't know. My daughter said if I it's for the shop, my daughter can keep them alive. I just can't. But if I get goldfish, she's gonna have to take care of that tank because I just can't keep them alive. I think I've said that like 90 times now. I've been made fun of for not being able to keep goldfish alive. And it's not about cold water because I can keep cold water fish alive. Like I've kept the minnows that I got from the one store alive for a year now, and they're 10-gallon. I mean, it's not about keeping cold water fish alive. It's just goldfish for me. I'll have to give it another shot here eventually. Yeah, I hear you, Bill. Ponds are like great for goldfish and stuff like that. Goldfish and koi and meadows, depending on size. Anyways. Did I put everybody to sleep? Still with us, Moose?
Kind of.
Kind of. Still there, animal? I put him to sleep, and he's on post.
Jeez. Yeah, it's low risk for me, Dusty, but I'm off the clock.
Is my voice really that soothing? Come on now, people.
I guess so. Shoot. It was just a long day today, honestly, too.
Yes, it was. It was a long day. Well, I suppose. I mean, we made it to 12. We're about 40. What is it? We're. Where's the time? Okay, we're 50 minutes over our midnight, anyways. Thank you, Anissa.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. I never realized my voice was that soothing. I've heard that numerous times now.
It's nice. I'm going to pay out some books and then have you read them. Some specialty ones. Well, I hope he's not actually asleep over there. I think that might
Yeah,
be the case.
ditto. Like, I really hope I didn't put him to sleep because that would be really bad thing at work.
I'm eating my salad since I can't eat my steak.
Oh,
Okay, okay.
And then I didn't know my microphone was muted. I sure would like to get into this steak though, man.
Yo.
no.
God, my favorite movie that talks about steak. Have y'all ever seen The Cowboy Way?
I don't know.
It's the
I don't think
cowboy
so.
way. What's the name of it, Dusty?
The Cowboy Way.
Okay, I never heard of it. I
Yes,
don't
Nathan, I
think
would
so.
definitely be interested. Uh, pretty much any fish anybody's willing to give away, I would pretty much take at this point. If I need to pay shipping and stuff, I just would need a little bit of time to come up with some cash to do so because I'm kind of stressed right now, if you get my drift. But um, I'm definitely interested and would be willing. Radio weather reports. I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult. Lightly cloudy. Would make sense though, Nathan, saying my dad was a meteorologist, but yep, take care, Bill. Thank you very much for coming.
See you, Bill.
It's kind of a relaxing night tonight. It's been nice. I honestly had thoughts about tearing the 125 completely down and putting all the convicts and everything from this tank into it. And then possibly I thought about moving the 125 over behind my chair, but I was like, you know what? I've got enough work ahead of me without doing the 125. I think I'm going to leave it alone. I'm kind of glad I did what I did. The wasted method book. Okay, I don't know the book. No, I was like reading in language arts. I was going to college for psychology and English. I was doing a double major. and my teacher on one of my papers wrote that I reminded her of a young Edgar Allan Poe on one paper she wrote. And then on another one, she said I sounded like a young Walt Whitman. So, and I used to write poetry when I was younger, and I got published for that. But I haven't done much writing in my adult years yet. I still try, but nothing that I've put out there. Yes, I did, Nathan, and I said I was definitely interested in taking those off your hands also.
If you could be anywhere in the world right now, what would it be?
Me? Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yep.
What about you, Moose? He's still there?
Yeah, he's there. I might just put him to sleep.
Oh.
I'm gonna hop off, man. Dusty, I keep. Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow too, so it's good chatting with you guys. But I'll see you. Thanks.
All right. Well, this is mine and Moose's shows, so I am going to hop off of this stream, and I will create a new one just for us, if everybody's okay with that. Everybody want to switch to a fresh stream?
All right, Moose. Nice talking to you.
Would everybody rejoin if I switch to another stream? Because this is mine and Moose's.
Okay.
All right. I will make a new one real quick here. So I'll be right back.
All right.
Night, Amisa. All right. Take care, Jeff.